Hi, I love Bach. I really do. And who doesn't? I would like to say this video is about a little bit talking about the music, but also about education in the music. As you see, I have a beautiful t-shirt from Bach Archiv, Leipzig. You can buy something in the museum or shop, yeah. I love it with this red sign. And yeah, what was the impulse for recording this video? I will show you. In last year, in November 24, there was a conference, international Partimento conference in Vienna, in Wien, in Österreich. And one of the first, there were a lot of beautiful lectures and really amazing stuff all about Partimento teaching and learning. But just after beginning, welcome and so warm up, opening and key lecture by Robert Gierdingen, letting go of J.S. Bach. As I said it, I like now, I needed to laugh a little bit. Why? Because as normal musician, typical musician with the classical background, Bach plays I would say, #1 place in education on every musician. Everyone, Beethoven and so on after him, so everything starts with Bach. This is the fifth evangelist. Schweitzer said something like that, Albert Schweitzer. So like Bach is a god. And how it's possible to letting go God? It's not possible, in my opinion. But why do we need to let him go? Now I am also laughing because after 20, 30 years, I can say this word, this sentence. It was not possible earlier because you believe so strongly that you want to achieve this God. You want to, I would say, meet him. You want to make everything what he wrote and so on. Just in education, you play every program, every exam with Bach and so on. So there is no space without Bach, I would say. Of course, you will find Bach in every other piece and so on. And why do I should let him now go? Because, of course, I show you only the title of this key lecture by Professor Robert Gierdingen, but he explains it, why he used this theme, and it's all about Partimento and trying to elaborate also Partimenti, try to get this Bach feeling with the Partimenti and not just Italian way of harmonizing and figurating. So very interesting lecture. I hope maybe this is still something online. I couldn't find it anymore, but for the short time I wasn't there in person, but I could see the video because short after it was online. Anyway, I would concentrate on my experience because I would like to say, if we are teaching someone, if you are a teacher and teach your pupils and you want to open Baroque world for them and to explain how beautiful the music is, if you start with Bach, I'm pretty confident, I'm pretty sure that nobody is able to understand what he's playing, what she is playing. It was my case. I was playing Bach, just starting. I don't know if I started with some small prelude, just after some pieces invention by Bach. I had no idea what I'm playing. I had no idea what's inside of it. Yeah, and today I'm teaching also improvisation, and people are asking me, Szymon, can you find something by Bach when I can use for improvisation, like finding models and some schematas? I said, yeah, so yes and no. You can recognize something, but it's so difficult to implement it in your improvisation way, improvisation art. It's really very hard. So I would like to say there's much more. Okay, if Bach is Mount Everest, you need first to go maybe to level 500 feet or meters, not 8,000, 800 and something. You need to learn to walk not on the top or trying to go to the top, understanding, but to understand structures, musical structures in another examples, in much easier examples. I call it also, because I like football, soccer in Europe, I like Champions League, but first you need to watch regional liga, so regional composers, third level, not the second one, the third one. So I would say very bad composers to understand it, because they learn it this way also to compose. And someone asked Szymon, but why do you recommend to take the worst art, so worst examples of art, because we are talking about art. And I'm not talking about art, I'm talking about craftsmanship. You can be a craftsman, you can't make a music if you want to be an artist. You need first to be a craftsman, yeah? And you can only learn craftsmanship if you understand steps to this level, to be a bachelor or to be a master of something. And if you're starting, if someone, I will teach you now play a piece, and I will teach you play some notes, some scores, like A, B, C, one letter after another, and you were fluent it and you play it on the stage, and now you are a master of music. Yes, for interpretation, maybe yes, but you pretty don't understand what you play. You play very often too fast, and I'm talking you, but I mean myself, because I did it a pretty long part of my life. I played a lot of stuff which I didn't understand. And so if you say, why do you recommend pieces which are bad, which are not interesting, which are boring? Because we are not talking about learning Shakespeare, we are not talking about learning playing soccer like Lionel Messi or Ronaldo. We are talking about learning basics, learning fundamentals, learning craftsmanship, putting things together, and maybe trying to write or play or improvise our own minuet, our own prelude, our own fugue or fugato or fugetta. This is the goal of making music, I think. If you want to make music, of course, create your music, sorry. Because of course there is also interpretation in our world, and it's also very good. So I'm not against this kind of making art. But if you are talking about art, this is really very strange to make an art and play most difficult pieces, and work a lot of time, spend a lot of time on these pieces, and not find a short time for a very easy piece to understand and to play it. Let's dive into some examples. I would like to show you something, with the fugue, yeah. For example, if you are playing inventions, they are also, of course, based on imitation. They are not fugues, but it's all about imitation and counterpointal work. But they are already very complex if you are talking about figuration and so on. So why couldn't we try to start with pieces like like this. Es gibt so eine Sammlung aus Handel's works, very easy fugues, yes? And for example, this is so beautiful and so easy. Of course, you can say, Szymon, but it's another level as an invention. Yes, for sure. But it's the level to understand music. This is the level, not maybe you can say, oh, I can play it on the spot, ad hoc. It's any problem for me to play it, you know, a vista. But understand and to improvise it. This is maybe the goal. Yeah? Especially, I'm doing it with how to say, without not without reason that I'm playing not but only G and then only this. Yeah, but it would be also changing and making it simpler. So working on some piece and changing this piece, changing voicing, like in jazz. If it's too difficult or if it's boring to you, you change it. If it's too difficult and you want to make it easier and more accessible for you, just play one note. But the theme is so beautiful and so easy. And the modulation. And then third time is a cadence. And fourth time. And what comes now? A sequence. Or you could make a sequence from it. And to follow with your ideas. So a beautiful place to find, how to say, to find not only what you should play, but to open the world of fugues, of playing polyphonic music, you know. And there are also very easy places like, for example, here, these bars. Oops. I'm in the wrong software, but I will try. And then you have here and you continue playing this sequence. First, not playing like here, but finding in very easy way, because it's to recognize these patterns. It's so easy. It's so nice to have the feeling, wow, I know already what is it. And you can sing it also, because the tempo is much easier. Yeah. So yes, I would compare it to very talented regional soccer player, not Champions League, not Lionel Messi. I would compare it with not Mount Everest, not Zugspitze, not Alpen, not this kind of highlands. Maybe some small heights. I would comment not with the art. I would say this is the most beautiful example of craftsmanship. Yeah. I'm very glad to present it here, but I would very be grateful for your comments. What do you think about it? Another last example I would like to share, because I don't want to make the video too long. Another example, what I want to share with you is a fugue by Fischer, Johann Caspar Fischer. And this is pretty the same fugue, the same theme, like, where do I have this example? Yeah. Like Bach, Wohltemperierte Klavier Band 2, so second volume, well-tempered piano, E major fugue. It was too fast. 1, 2, 1, 2. And so on. And now back to Fischer. And of course, the same thing here. You can say Szymon, but yeah, this is Fischer. It's boring. Yeah, but what is the goal? What is the goal? Should we play everything without, I would say, because playing on the stage, difficult works, is also for a nice feeling. This is like you've learned it, you memorize it, and you are pretty sure what you are playing. You are, I would say, focusing on interpretation. So you are showing the most beautiful parts of it, and for audience, it is amazing experience. But on the other hand, if something happens, of course, there's a problem because you have to find yourself in the text. So you can improvise and find some way, or just try one more time from some point. But anyway, maybe it's the goal to have inspiration from this music, to create your own music. Maybe to use only the theme. I was thinking about this fugue and this beautiful song, Ade zu guter Nacht, German song. Ade zu guter Nacht. Maybe you play some song, for example this one, no? You play and then play a fugato about it, and you know already, there is some Bach, some Fischer version of it. It will be faster, starting with the answer, but like Fischer and so on, or like Bach, of course. Anyway, I wanted only to make some statement. I love you, guy. This guy, I love this music. I love to play this music. But there is so much pressure, so much tension in what we did as musicians. It is so much not understanding, misunderstanding what we are doing. Why don't take 1, 2, 3 steps back? And we are teaching also young people, why should we follow what we did, and why we shouldn't start with some small steps? Not to achieve some goals like you need to play in 4 years from Bach to Messiaen, you need to know every literature, so many languages, learn in 4 years, your education at the university. Yeah, but maybe just to write something, or to compose something in this style, to make something smaller and not big stuff. And the main thing is to understand and to implement in your speech, in your improvisation. For me personally, it is the most important thing, to understand what I'm doing and to use it for my purposes. Anyway, I hope it was interesting video for you, and I would be very glad if you write some comments about what you're thinking about, what you're thinking about my t-shirt. I can't buy it for you, but I can tell you where you can buy it. You have to visit Leipzig, you have to visit Bach Museum, and then you will get it. I love it, especially this red one. This is nice. A colleague of mine, he bought it and I saw by him, so wow, it's amazing, I want to have it too. So please write comments about the t-shirt, about Bach, about Messi, Mount Everest, about only small highlands, and yeah, your past education. Maybe you are in the education now, you are young and you are going through this all stuff, about your experience with this, what I was talking today about. Thank you very much and have a nice day or evening. Bye bye.